been 13 years. 13 years since that day. Stephen Carr lifted the Carling Cup high above his head at Wembley. Since then, it's been an adventure. We've toured Europe in the Europa League. We've had last day survivals in the EFL. We've had transfer embargoes and points deductions and managers. There's been a few. We have a stadium falling down. We have Category 1 status of the academy gone. That same one that produced Jude Bellingham. It's now no longer top level. But there was light at the end of that tunnel. In the form of Tom Wagner. He turned up to St Andrews, promising to fix the previous 12 years' financial ruin. And along with him came Mr. Tom Brady, NFL superstar. They started off well. They invested 30 million in just repairing the stadium. Category 1 status is in the process of being restored, but on the field, they wanted this exciting brand of no-fear football, which left us 6 managers later and relegation. So yeah, Birmingham City, now in the 3rd tier. A giant amongst the clubs there, or at least we think. And with Tony Mowbray stepping down to focus on his health, the club now, more than ever, needs stability. It needs somebody to take the club forward, playing the form of football that our owners desire. We really, really need that man. And I think we found him.
I'd like to welcome you all here to my first press conference as the new Birmingham City manager. I am so excited to start this job and so proud to now be here at St Andrews. I'm already a blue through and through. So we're going to have a couple of questions. We'll start with you, mate.
Phil McCracken, the Birmingham Bits magazine. You've been known throughout your career from sticking to one tactic throughout the season. So for me it begs the question, what colour of pants are you wearing?
Well, I have a way of playing, I have a style of play and a philosophy, and I'll be bringing that philosophy and style of play here to Birmingham. And also, I just want to put to bed some rumours. Now, I know I was recently photographed in the back of a taxi in full wig, makeup, dress, high heels, the lot. Now, there's rumours flying around that, it's what I like to do in my spare time. It is not. It is not. No. I was going to a fancy dress party, right? Which leads me on to your question about the colour of my pants. This morning, it was a mistake. It was very dark. I was very tired. I got up early. I couldn't really sleep. I knew I'd be coming here on my first day of work. And I may have accidentally picked up a pair of frilly knickers of my wife's. So yes, I'm wearing a lovely lacy pair of blue frilly knickers from Ann Summers. Next question.
Good evening, Telegraph. Quick question, how does it feel to be managing a tin pot team like this, who really are one of the smallest teams in this division and the smallest team early in the Birmingham region, who really, if they get relegated, that will actually be a successful season?
Have we got security here? I know it's my first day. We do due diligence. You what? How have you let him in? He's wearing an Aston Villa shirt. Get him out. Wow. Next question.
Mark Deman from 443 magazine. You must have been extremely bored or desperate to come to a club like Birmingham, as it sure wasn't a payday. What qualifications or managerial acumen do you think you've got to succeed here and possibly become a Birmingham managerial legend like Wayne Rooney?
Well, first off, I'm from Manchester and I'm a Manchester United fan. Everyone knows that. It's no secret. Wayne Rooney's the greatest player ever. He deserves a statue outside Old Trafford. Here, he'd be lucky if he got a plaque on the bog in the toilets. Do you know what I mean? But, don't diss Wayne. And what credentials do I have to do this job? I took Scunthorpe from non-league to the Premier League. I've plenty of experience. This is a huge, huge club. Way lower than it should be. So there's plenty of great things in place in this team. Finances, some good players, great fans, great facilities, new training grounds on its way. I fully believe in my ability, and I think if we can all work together, I'll take them back to the Premier League. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze it. Right, I'm sick of this. Can I have one serious question? Who? The ginger one. All right, you.
Hello there, Mr. Booders. Jamie here from the Birmingham Mail here in Birmingham. A couple of questions regarding your appointment as the new manager here at Birmingham City. So a 3-part question really. First part is how do you envision delivering the no-fear football that Mr. Wagner has gone for. All the Blues fans were very fearful when Wayne Rooney was in charge. So how do you intend on delivering that no-fear football? Second part is, do you envision any big-time signings? I know the club have now dropped down into League One, but a couple of the player fans are anticipating some big signings regardless of the drop. And thirdly, can you get me a Tom Brady signed Birmingham City shirt? The last 6 managers promised me, never came through.
Well, the shirt, I can't get you one. I've got one. Hey, check that out. Tom Brady 12. A little bit of Tom Brady. When it comes to signings, we're in the talks with quite a few people already. Apparently, one I am very excited about. Maybe controversial in some people's eyes, I don't know. But he's a fantastic player and he should be playing in League One. But if we can push that deal through, he will be. And I think he'll be a game changer and he'll help us get back to the Championship. As for no fear, I want to instill no fear in all my players. So I've been on gardening leave. I've not had a job for a while. I've been out in India doing a bit of reflection, a bit of meditation, and I saw a great training method. Basically, in training for 1 hour a day, I'm going to stick them in a cage with a couple of tigers. And the ones that survive and don't shit themselves, I'll know are fearless. That's exactly what I'm going to do, and I think it's going to propel us to the top. Right, that's enough for questions. Thank you for coming. I've got work to do. Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 1 of Peaky. Booders, as always, thanks for joining me. It's massively appreciated. Make sure you do all the good stuff. Hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell, and you'll never miss anything I do. So if you're a long-time subscriber, you'll know I have actually been on garden leave. I'd say for the last 2 months, I've been making my FM stories, and after a full year of playing non-stop Football Manager, after my Journeyman series, The Road to Anywhere, ended, I've not played, and kind of wanted that break, but I love this game. And over the last week or so, I've been putting this together, playing this first season, and it was great to get back in to the game. So why Birmingham City? Well, I wanted a bit of a challenge, but I also wanted a bit of fun with a good club in my eyes, a team I have no links to apart from I love the NFL and I love Tom Brady, and my friend CP got me this Brady 12 shirt. And also one of my very, very good friends, Mitchell, who helped with the intro, is a Birmingham fan. So I'm always hearing about Birmingham City. So I just thought it'd be quite cool to put a few seasons into something like this, get me back into the game, and try and get Birmingham City back to the Premier League. So I'm going to be using an updated database. It's not 100% perfect. There's still a few things from this original season, but the teams are in the right leagues. We've got teams who've won the right cups, teams in Europe that should be in Europe, and so on. But it's close, and it'll do me to get the ball rolling. So of course it's Birmingham City. Most people know who Birmingham City are. Now there's a fact that I didn't even realise, because I've just watched a recent a documentary on YouTube by a guy I'm subscribed to. He's brilliant. Most of you might be subscribed to him. I'll put a link to this video down below in the description. He's just recently brought it out, because Birmingham City at this moment of filming still don't have a manager, and when he made his video, they still don't have a manager. Even if you're not a Birmingham City fan, it's a great watch. It'll show you not just the history of Birmingham, of how they got to where they are now in League One. It's just really interesting. So I'd go and check that out. But yeah, the Blues, founded in 1875. We're obviously now in League One. But the interesting facts was, as well as Aston Villa were doing, I've got nothing against Aston Villa. I like Aston Villa. I love their stadium. I've been to it. They're now our rivals, but I mean, they're in the Champions League now. But they haven't won a major trophy since Birmingham won theirs, that Carling Cup 13 years ago. I forgot about that, I'll be honest with you. So that's pretty cool. I will say that I know Jude Bellingham is world class, but Birmingham, didn't they retire his number? And didn't they sell him when he was 17? How is he a legend? Birmingham City fans, let me know. Mitchell, to be fair, even named his son Jude. But anyway, here we go. So of course, we now play at the upgraded, because they have spent a ton of money on it, St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Now all this is exactly how it should be. I haven't altered anything like this at all. They are going to be moving into the Knighthead Training Academy grounds, so that's getting improved. I know they've made a fan park. And they are very rich, the owners, and have a vision and are putting in a lot of money. So talking about money, this looks bonkers, doesn't it? It does look bonkers because I did change and tweak the finances a little bit. Speaking with Mitchell and what he's been reading, stuff I've been reading about, they are going to be the richest club in the league by a country mile, more money than Stockport County, who are heavily funded. And of course, Wrexham, who I'm getting a bit bored about now. A bit sick of all these cheesy videos of Ryan Reynolds. It was cool at first. But apparently they are going to have a £40 million kitty in the bank with about 20 million to spend. I've tweaked sponsorships a little bit, not too much, just to try and make it realistic. Now, when it came to the board, I've kept it exactly the same. I've removed a few that I think were unnecessary, kept a couple of the directors. I think some of them might be the original owners. And if you watch that documentary, you'll see, they had Carson Young, who was dodgy. And then I think he sold the majority to another group. No one can even find pictures of him. They're that dodgy. But now, in control, we've got Tom Wagner and, of course, Tom Brady. He only owns about 3%, but had to put Tom Brady on there. Now, talking on the coaching team, if you've watched my stuff before, similar rebuilds, because this is basically going to be a rebuild. Any series I make when I'm a club manager, I like to strip the staff as best I can and rebuild it. It gives you a great advantage. Right now, even though we've got money, I didn't want to do that because it ain't too bad. So my plan going forward is to fill the holes. I like filling holes, you know that. Improve it with the spaces I've got. And then over time, slowly change it. Hopefully as we go up the leagues and replace the older staff members with guys I want, because they just want a lot out there, to be fair. So if I'd have stripped it would have been worse off. On the squad, I spoke to Mitchell. He told me their release list of this season, end of this season, when they've been relegated. There's quite a few players that are going or have gone. So I've removed them. I removed the loans, and this is what I'm left with. There's some good youngsters still down there, but we'll see what happens with that. So I just needed to flesh out this team and try and get us out of this league straight away. Now, like I said, all the teams have been put in the right divisions all the way through to the Vanarama. The Cups winners have been changed. People have been put, like Aston Villa, in the Champions League, Manchester United out of the Champions League, unfortunately, into the Europa League and so on. But things like the point deductions for Wigan and so can't be removed or haven't been. I'm not that bothered about that. I know it's not 100% perfect, and there'll be better versions of this coming out soon. But I just wanted to get going straight away. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right league with the right teams and see where we're at and try and catch Aston Villa up first. I've got to get out of this league. I can't. If I don't get out of this league, and the pressure's on really, I probably won't be in a job. It might be a one-episode series, especially because we are heavy favourites to get out of this league. But I was excited because we've got County in here, Wrexham in here, Huddersfield. Great connection with Huddersfield, Wines from Huddersfield, and 2 series, Bood in the Hud 1 and 2 with Huddersfield, Bolton, who are working Bolton quite a lot at the minute. So, it's going to be a tough thing under pressure. Apparently, we've got a lot of good players anyway. I wanted to get to work, and that's what I did. I'm going to show you a little montage of the players I've signed in a second, but let's just quickly talk about my tactic. It is my Road to Anywhere tactic. Like I said in that press conference, I do have a philosophy. It can work great with top-end players in a top-end league. Sometimes it doesn't work that well at a lower level, and I've reverted to like a 4-4-2. But I'm going to try and stick with this, get that philosophy in from day one, and see who's good at it, and see who can come with it, hopefully, as we go up. So these are all the transfers that have happened in the game if you just load up a standard game starting in 2023 in the Championship with Birmingham. So they're all there. Obviously, I'm going to have to add to it because I've got a lot of holes to fill. Joe Bellingham, undisclosed. Does anyone know how much he went to Sunderland for? I'd love to have had him. That'd have been pretty good. But they signed a lot of players. It was a travesty, really, that they went down. Now, I thought it was 4 managers they had. But Mitchell says it's 6 because they had a few caretakers in between. So absolutely bonkers. And when you look at the list, go on Wikipedia and look at that list from when they won the cup and when Carson Young and all the others took over, and see how many managers they've had. I think it said somewhere in that documentary that over a 20-year period, they've technically had, on average, a new manager every 6 months. They've been worse than Watford. And everyone talks about Watford and how they change managers. So it's time for some stability with Bood in charge, hopefully. And hopefully it's time for some big trophies. Now, I know they've won 2 Carabao Cups, I didn't realise. First time they won it was in 1963, and it was against Aston Villa. I did not know that. Wow, that'd have been some game. Right, so it's the 5th of August, season's about to start. I sold Junior Dixon for 400k. I didn't fancy him, and I brought in a lot of players. Some are hit, some are definitely miss. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what stuck. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to flesh it out, and it is what it is, so let's go through it. Wayne Hennessy needed a backup goalkeeper. He was on a free. He's got experience. He's got a bit of ability. It's only a shortish deal. Not the best, but there wasn't many options. Next up, I needed a centre half, and my scouts already scouted him and quite liked him. He's 32. He's on a free. I mean, he didn't do much at Rotherham, but he's a bit of a Cardiff legend. This one I'm buzzing with now. He's got a little bit of a ban. I think he got banned or something because he shared something about a certain war that's going on, which I don't think it was a bad thing that he did. But, you know, I think he played for Aston Villa at one point. I'm pretty sure he played for Aston Villa at one point. He did. Quite a lot, really. So I know he's a Villa boy. I don't care. I think this lad is an absolute baller for this level. My biggest purchase, again, the scouts quite liked him. 11 million, although he's not cost me 11 million. It's 3.5 going up to 11 million. Loads of potential. Good ability, and I think for this level, he will score me goals. Love a bit of South American flair. Oscar Romero in the middle of the park. Gonna be a beast. Used to play for Boca Juniors, and I love Boca Juniors. I think he's my second biggest purchase, 1.1 million. Josh Knight, played for Peterborough, Wickham, was at Leicester, didn't do too much. Still at a good age, still has good ability, definitely for League One. This is a stupid one, I know. But he's still got kind of ability, and it's the Man United fan in me. And all the talk, all the interviews I always watch, where everyone always says he was the best ever player in that academy ever, just never reached his potential. I've given him a chance. It don't last long. Needed a right back, backup right back. He was on a free, and he's alright. And then I just needed a bit of steel in the middle, and this is another ball up there with Ravel Morrison. I thought I'd get a season out of him. He looked alright. And then I realised he's retiring in January. But I do replace him. So yeah, you know, hit and miss with some of these. Now what I will say is there was tons of good players out there. And it's the most annoying thing ever on this game, when there's great players, you find them, and you're like, ooh, and they want to talk. Oh, this is exciting, and they may be even free, or you can get them really on real low amount, and you go into that contract negotiation, and they want 65 grand a week. That ain't happening. Apparently our maximum wage is about 20 grand. So yeah, I missed out on a ton, really, a good chunk of players. So I've done the best I can. I still think we should be in walking this league. This is Football Manager. You never, ever know. So with pre-season out of the way, which was a bit sketchy, to be fair, although I did highlight the Derby game because my good friend Joe Page will be watching, and Joe ain't the biggest fan of Birmingham. A few people don't like Birmingham. I'm gonna say this. When I was a kid in the 80s, collecting me Panini stickers, we all did it. Getting big wads of stickers, going into school swapping. Used to be like got swap, got swap. The one I used to love the most, because the club badge, you'd get all the players and then the club badge, wouldn't you? And I used to love the Birmingham badge. So we're going to jump forward to the 1st of Feb. Obviously with the intro and the press conference, got loads to get through. First season, like I said, I'm hoping to just get out of it, and then we can get a bit more depth into an episode, maybe. You know what I'm like. In episode 2. But obviously with us having an upgraded training ground coming in, I've not asked for anything like that. I do want to improve the staff, and I'm going to show you my staff at the end. But I did ask a couple of things. Increase youth level, they said no, but they have improved the youth recruitment. Third at this moment, and I'm going to say this, Football Manager never changes. Tinfoil hat, it never changes. I was on a pretty good roll, and you'll see in a minute, and then you have to stop sometimes. It's either night time, or you got to sort the kids out and put them in the bath or whatever. And then when I came back to it the next day, yeah, my form changed. It's annoying. Although you may have noticed, we have got games in hand, so you know, I'm not panicking. I won't panicking just yet. So Joe Page will like that. He's actually from Mansfield. So yeah, it was great at first. You know, obviously not 100% perfect. Some really good results. Lots of high-scoring games. You know what I'm like. Score a lot of goals, let a few in. As long as we win, do not care. And then around this time is when I saved it, and it just went off the boil a bit. Dropping silly points, which is annoying. That's a great game, but I love counter. Love County. I'm just going to show you this. We don't need to look at all the results in all the competitions. I'm trying to cut the time down. But we didn't do too bad, really. I mean, we're in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Papa John's, whatever it's called. Knocked out in the Southern Section 3rd round by Reading, which was disappointing. But when it came to the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we were on decent runs. I mean, I got to the 4th round of both, which I think is really respectable, and it's probably one of the reasons why we have games in hand and a chance now to concentrate on that league at the back end of the season, hopefully get ourselves into at least an automatic spot. But there is one result I want to share with you. 3rd round of the FA Cup, because I know Joe's going to watch. And, you know, sort of wind him up a bit. Didn't work out. It didn't work out. He played a couple of times. He's tanking it. Yeah, I gave it a chance. Ended up offering him out on a free, and he went to Wickham. Loaned Theo from Real Madrid, who's also coming to his contract and has decided to sign for Sunderland when that runs out. But yeah, nice little pickup. I mean, look what they wanted in wages. Brilliant little purchase for the end of the season. And we signed Dara O'Shea from my good friend Lee Greenshill's favourite team, Burnley. There's also another midfielder I wanted to sign who was very good from Burnley, who was transfer listed. Can't remember his name, but he wanted 60 grand a week, so that didn't happen. Now, of course, that money has dwindled. I mean, we've got biggest wage budget, probably the biggest in the league. And I've spent a bit of money. But obviously, we've not invested anything into the training facilities. I've not touched any of that, but it has dwindled quite a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how deep Mr. Tom Wagner's pockets are if we get into the Championship. But I'm quite happy with a lot of this squad. Some really good players. Starting with the ex-Villa boy. So I know if you're a Blue, you're like, oh, don't be buying Villa players. He's been absolutely superb. Like, brilliant player for me. Brilliant player. Dembele, I really like Dembele. He's been really good. The Scotsman. There's quite a few injuries, I'll be honest with you. Lee Buchanan, Oscar Romero, either behind the striker or in the centre. He does both. Fantastic pickup. Or a few more Oscar Romeros on a free from South America. Why not? This dude's been very, very good. Koji. Really like him. Striker-wise, I mean, my sister wants Tyler Roberts to play all the time. I like to test what they want. He's all right, but I won't play him all the time. I've been playing Joe Gelhardt quite a lot, and he's scored quite a few goals. We've also got Lucas. He's done really well in his one game, but I don't know. I spent 11 million on Joe, so I've been pushing him. So as a staff, plug the holes, do expand it a little bit eventually as well towards the end of the season, but it's very good. Like I said, I got rid of nobody. I just managed to do a better job, fill the gaps. But like I said, there are people who I'm hoping as we go up will become available, so I can slowly get rid of some of the ones that are a bit average that were already here. So then we're going to jump forward to the end. But if you're a Blue, you may be interested in what your arch rivals are doing. They're currently 5th in the Premier League, and they went straight out of the group stage of the Champions League. But enough for them. It's all about the Blues. Birmingham City. Let's get to the end and see where we're at. Well then, it's the 27th of April. One game left to play in the league, and as always, Football Manager's given us a little bit of drama. Now, we did have a lot of games in hand, but once we're out of all them cup competitions, all freaking 3 of them, we concentrate on playing those games and being a better team and focusing on getting out of this league. And our form did pick up. We've slipped at times, and I probably should have wrapped up this league a while ago, but we haven't, and there's still a chance we could end up second, possibly. I don't know if we can, because if you look at the goal difference, it takes some miracle. So here we go. This is our entire season. I've reversed the dates. I have some really good runs. That's my bad patch, that innit? Bad patch all the way to the back end, where, you know, we have dropped some points. Blackpool game there, you can see. Wickham, Charlton and Burton, but we've had some really good wins, beating Mansfield, beating the Hood, but it's going into this last game here against Bristol Rovers at St Andrews. Hopefully just wrap up the league, which we will. They're fighting for relegation, so, you know, they're going to hopefully come at us. If they beat us, we'll still win the league. Thinking I'm going to win 43-1. That's it. Let's have one quick look at that squad. Arranged by average rating. Lucas has only ever got his one game, but look at Anwar. That is a free pickup, 20 grand a week with every penny. He's been brilliant. I was surprised we got him. To be fair, Lee Buchanan's suspended, and we've got some fitness and injury worries, because I've really pushed it towards the end. I've done quite a lot of rotating, I feel like. I've had to at times, but towards the end, I've probably pushed players. So it's a bit annoying. Oscar Romero's not going to start. Welcome to St Andrews. Forget the Knighthead Park bit. Pretty good team though, to be fair. My front four is probably my favourite front four. With Anwar and a few of the others. But yeah, Dembele and so on. Gelhardt. I think we can do well. But yeah, it is good to be back with the general series. There might be some more stories coming out. There is going to be one at least. I've got another one in my head. So I might do 2 more. But obviously we're getting towards the end of that year now, football manager wise. I just miss playing, and it was just good to get playing. But yeah, I'm quite excited really, because I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm going with the flow towards the end of the year. And I've been chilling out a bit recently because I might have mentioned this in other videos, but my car blew up. I've had to buy a brand new car. I'm doing a lot more work, actual work, which is shit. I'd love to be doing this, but that pays more money. But I'm looking forward really to seeing what this FM25 is all about. We're getting closer and closer. Go on. And closer to it. Is it going to be fantastic? Or is it going to be a shit show? Is it going to be full of bugs? Do you know what I mean? We don't know, because the way they've talked about it is like it's going to be a completely different thing graphically, and it's like a new upgrade really, which is exciting but also worrying, because you just want it to work, don't you? Is Bakuna. He's a decent player. What an effort. So I just have to say, as a Manchester United fan, I am still buzzing about what happened last week, because it shocked everyone, even Man United fans. Not just the fact that we won the FA Cup, but I think the way we played. Why can't we play that all the time? We did have a few players back. I'm excited for my team, but I'm also going to be excited to follow what Birmingham City do this year. Are they going to balls it up? Because if they've got them finances and they are pumping all this money in, they've just got to get the right manager and stick with him, aren't they? Surely they're going to walk that league. But it's going to be interesting to see, because I like Mitchell a lot, and he's a good lad, and I think it'd make him happy, because he has suffered a lot over the years. Here's El Ghazi. Oh yeah, work. If you don't know, if you're new, I'm a bus driver. It's still pretty chill for me at the minute, because of the job I'm doing at the minute at work. Schools in Wigan and Bolton. I'm driving all the way over there, getting paid a bit of extra to do it. So there's not a lot of dramas when you're driving. Mainly college kids who just chill out on the mobile phones. But there was something at work. Quite a few things. 2 friends got sacked for using a mobile. One was in an emergency, so he got his job back. Another one answered the phone to his mum and got caught on camera. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? 2 lads got sacked for drugs. One genuinely was on drugs. One was a faulty test. He got his job back. But it's half time and it's 0-0 and we've dominated. Let me get this. Come on. Ass kicking is needed. But here we go. So that's happened. We had a father and son that worked for us, and this, I'd love to know what the odds are on this, by the way. Father, a few months ago, falls asleep, hits a tree on the 23 bus. A few months later, son falls asleep, sort of hits the same tree on the same bus and rips the roof off. So he went one better than he's getting. He went one better than his dad. Both been sacked. Anyway, Lincoln, doing yourself no favours. You just need another 40 odd goals and you'll be fine. Nah, there you go, Joe. Big Joe Gelhardt. Is that how you say it? Don't care. That's how I say it. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, if this is the first thing you've ever seen, I do football manager stories. Go and check them out. I do injuries. He's been asking me to take him off and I've ignored it. Go and check them out. I've done Road to Anywhere, Journeyman. I've done loads of series, not just this year. Over the years, if you're bored, go and catch up on some content. I brought Kishi Anderson on. He's one of them players. Been a bit of a fringe player I'll probably try and move on. I really want to be clever with it. I really want to find some good freebies. Maybe players who have been discarded in the Premier League, even the Championship. A couple of freebies from abroad. I'd love another Romero. I'm not making any subs, can't be bothered. You just never know, do you? Until you get there, you never know what's going to happen. And with it being a league that's been moved around a bit, things might be different in my second season than it would be in a genuine second season, because it has been changed and altered. So we'll see. I'm very excited. All depends on money as well. But I think, if I get rid of the right players, keep some of them, I think some of these can do a proper job in the Championship. They should have done, they were doing. Anyway, here we go. Trophy ceremony. This is what I wanted. I'm happy because at times, I'll be honest, I flapped and thought, shit, playoffs or seconds, underachieving. We have to win the league. We did it. Got our act together finally. Pushed on through. We've won it. Out of this league for good. Hopefully. Into the Championship now. The proper project kicks off in episode 2. Won the Blues. So I've had a brew and we've jumped forward to the 1st of June. Bolton won the playoffs, beating Charlton in extra time. 3-2. My finances for the Championship aren't as good as my finances for League One, but it's still good. And like I said, hoping for frees, maybe some loans. Ex-Villa boy did it for the Blues. Best player in the league. I'm not bitter. No. What the hell? And yes, I did play every game. Apart from friendlies. Never play friendlies. How? Is it because I was supposed to and he was Lincoln? Guess who's back? Back again. Back in the Championship. So is Eminem with that song. Have you seen it? He brought it back. Redid it. It's brilliant. Check it out. So yeah, thank you as always for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Make sure you do the good stuff. Hit the thumbs up. Get involved in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. And hit that bell. You never miss anything to do. And go and watch some of my other stuff. If you really want to help the channel out, you can always become a Patreon. Check the description for a link to that and a link to some other things, including that video I was talking about earlier in the episode. But I do appreciate your view. That is the most important thing. And hopefully you'll give me another one in episode 2, which I will try and get out as soon as possible because I will be playing it because I'm enjoying it. So yeah, you stay happy, you stay safe. And we'll see what happens next time, eh? I'm excited. Hopefully you are. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm Bood. Bye-bye.